Good evening. It's good to be with you again. We've been a little bit delayed. The weather hasn't cooperated very much. I haven't had an opportunity to get this thing tore down like I wanted to. I've got the heads unbolted. I think they were just bolted on with no gaskets. So we're going to pop the heads off this thing and see what the valves look like and the cylinders look like. Trucks going by, forgive the noise. So I'm going to see if I can jimmy this head off of here on this side. And we'll, yep, let's see. Oh, we have a bolt. Hold on, I missed a bolt. Where did my ratchet go? I lost my bolt and my ratchet. There it be. Still got a head bolt in it. Let me get this other head bolt out of here. We're not making much headway here lately. Like I said, with 100-degree weather and rain every evening by the time I get off work, and then we've had some stuff to do at the church this week, so I haven't had much of a chance to put any content out. But this is, we told you in the last video, that this is ultimately going to be the power plant that's going to go in the Rambler. I have yet to come up with a transmission. I've found a couple rear ends. I just haven't been willing to let go of the finances right now to get them. Let's see if this head will come off now. Yes, it will. All right. There's head number one. Can you get that zoomed in on that at all? The valves look pretty spectacular, if truth be told. I'm pleasantly surprised. No indication of burning. No, actually they're quite clean. So I'm pleased with that. Let's get the other side off and see what it has to tell us. If I can get crawled around here in the truck. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, do we have another bolt? We don't appear to, so let's just give it a little whack. Oh, we have another bolt. Like I said, when you get all the head bolts out, the heads come right off. Whoop, I snagged my britches on something there. What are you laughing at over there? This is a professional at work. Don't try this at home. Nothing like being 6'6", working under a tonneau cover in the back of a pickup truck. Now let's see if this hit. There we go. Let's see what this will. Woo! That was uncomfortable. Well, this one's had some water, it looks like. But the valves still look pretty good. The water jackets are questionable. Let's take a look at the cylinders here. Everything looks to be factory. Oops. I just knocked the tonneau cover down on me. Hold on. Hold on. We've got this. We've got this. Here we go. I'm glad you're watching. There we go. All right. Let's get over here and take a look at these cylinders here. Oh. That's not good. Can you get over here, Claire?
I'm not sure which side to go to.
At all?
I'm trying.
We've got, I don't know. Yeah, we've definitely had some water. But you know what? Oh. Oofta. I don't know. Let's bring you down in here. That doesn't look, yeah, there we go. That doesn't look a bit good. We may end up having to get this thing bored out. That's money I did not want to spend. But all in all, it could be worse. It would have to work at it a little bit, but it could be worse. Let me see if I can get around here. Jump down off the tailgate. The cam wasn't wanting to come out, but I got it free. Let's see what, knock everything down in the hole there. Let's see if we can get the cam. I don't know if you can see this or not, but in the grand scheme of things, there shouldn't be leaves in your camshaft. Now that's good for 1, maybe 2 more horsepower. I don't know. It accentuates the lift and the duration by having fauna in. Let's see what the, oh, another leaf. That's marvelous. All right, come on, we're almost, let's see what we've got here. You know what? I mean, it's a camshaft. I've seen worse in my lifetime. This motor has been hot. And the reason I say that is, I don't know if you can see this or not, but if you'd bring it on in here, we've got some bluing, not on the lobes, but on the shaft itself. We've got some indication of bluing. Now, this motor has not been run in a while. I got another camshaft coming. It's for a 350, but that doesn't mean a whole lot with these small blocks. You can just about put anything you like in them. We're going to, well, more leaves. The cam bearings. I'll know more once I get the crankshaft out, but it doesn't look good. We're probably going to have to, yeah, we're going to have new cam bearings. And I noticed something. I don't know if I can get it turned around here, let you see it or not. On the back of the crankshaft, this was all caked in some foreign alien material. Whoop, come back here. Material. And after cleaning it up, we discovered that the entire rear main seal cover is busted off of this thing. And if you look real close, you'll see 400 and some odd pounds of silicone that somewhere in the history of this motor, some genius decided we don't need a rear main seal cover. We'll just pack it full of silicone and hope the seal stays in. Well, it didn't. So, the soft plugs all look good. I see no cracks in the block anywhere. That's exciting. We do have the port for the fuel pump, which excites me a great deal. I mean, this was a TBI engine, and a lot of the TBI engines don't have a place for the fuel pump. This one does, and that turns me on a little bit. Now, whether we have the lobe on that camshaft for it or not, memory doesn't help me much on that. It's been a long time since I've torn one of these apart, but I'm assuming no, we don't. We don't have a lobe for the, I'll have to get a camshaft that is for a carbureted motor or run an electric fuel pump. But I don't want to run an electric fuel pump because I don't like the sound of a clickety-clack running in my ear while I'm trying to go down the highway. So I would much rather put a mechanical fuel pump, which means I'm going to have to get a different camshaft, which is fine. I really want to put a thumper in this thing. I want to change it from roller to flat tappet just simply because, not because that's better, but because that's cheaper, okay? This is a very low budget go through here. I'm trying to avoid as much machine work as is humanly possible. If I can just get this block dipped and get the cam bearings pressed in it, you know, steamed off and get the cam bearings pressed in it. The soft plugs are all still good. These oil plugs on the back of the motor were packed full of stuff, so they might be a little tough to get out. This is the worst of the soft plugs, but it still looks pretty good. And pretty good's good enough for who it's for. If my wife wasn't standing here after 45 years of marriage, I'd probably say good enough for the girls I date, but that doesn't work anymore. So good enough for who it's for. I just got, how many married men out there watching this know I'm a dead man after this video is cut? But that's just an old saying. I think we can get by with the soft plugs that are in it. I think we can get by with the block without going too much. See if I can get, I'm gonna run a hone through this just to see what it looks like. This side over here is wonderful. I don't know what happened between the two sides other than water, but this side's horrible. This side over here, yeah, this side over here, it's a little heavy. This side over here is not nearly as bad. So let me get this around here. There we go. These cylinders here, they're not even a ridge, so they're actually, that side's actually quite good. The lifter bores are going to have to be, I don't know what that is. The lifter bore is going to have to be honed. I'll know more when I get the oil pan off of it. I ordered a new engine stand. It's still on the porch. Haven't put it together yet. So get this thing on the stand, get it torn the rest of the way down, knock the pistons out, oil them up, run a hone down through it and see what we're up against. To get the block cleaned, if it has to be bored and honed, it's probably going to be about $150. That's $150 I don't want to spend. I'm trying to be good stewards of the money here and stay married in the process. So I can't spend a ton of money all at once on this thing, so it has to be done a little bit at a time. We haven't got the Instagram account set up yet, but that's coming very shortly. And when it does, if any of you out there have a 350 turbo hydromatic, a 400 turbo hydromatic, a 200 R4, or a 700 R4 for, oh, I don't know, little or nothing, we'll put up our Instagram account as soon as Claire has time to create one. And maybe we can get something found somewhere. I still need 4 steel wheels, shallow offset, 5 on 4.5. And it has to be shallow offset because of the way the suspension is set up on this. Now, once I get the rear end changed in the back, We're going to go with either a Ford Explorer or a Ford Ranger differential. I've located several at a local junkyard here. So we may be able to do a little bit something different on the rear wheels, but the front wheels, this vehicle has trunnions. Now, you youngsters don't know what that is. It's kind of a combination of a strut and an upper ball joint, which makes it very difficult to do a disc brake conversion on this car. So we may have to stay with the drum brakes just because I can't find any information on the interweb about disc brake conversions for 63. I can find them for 68 and up, but I can't find them for 63. So if y'all know something that I don't know, which in all probabilities is possible, bloop that down there in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please like, ring the bell, and subscribe to the channel. We're up to 22 subscriptions. We're really cooking. But I'd like to be able to go live when we go to the junkyards and different things, and I have to have at least 50 subscribers. So pass the word on, those of you that are already subscribed. You know, get your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your dog on your mother's cousin's side, and get them to subscribe. In the meantime, the next video I hope will be on the tear down on this motor, and then we're going to get the Rambler up on, get her in all her glory over there. We're going to get the Rambler up on jack stand and start getting the interior ripped out. Start on the body, if you'll follow me over here, dear. She's straight. The only rust she really has on her is right here. And that's for drifting, you know, so that air flows through quickly and doesn't drag. But we're going to cut this off just above this body line, and we're going to take a metal brake and try as best I know how. I'm not a body man, but you have to learn as you go with this thing. And we're going to try to fabricate this. There are no quarter panels available for 63 America or 63 Classic that I can find, so we're going to have to fabricate our own out of a piece of sheet. Take the metal brake and try to recreate this body line as best we can, and then butt weld that in. But if you look at the rest of the body on this thing, that's the only, we have some surface rust here. The roof and the rain gutters and around the windows is immaculate. Just some surface rust here. Got some surface rust here. But if you look closely, that's all it is. It hasn't eaten down into the corner. I think we can get in it, get this chrome off. I think we can get in there and clean that up. The only real rough surface rust that's really bad on the car is right here, just where the chrome strip is, and that's all surface. It's not through, it's just all surface. So if we get this chrome off, get that cleaned up, we got some surface rust started down here, but that's all it is. It's not through, it's just surface rust. Now if I get into trouble on it, I will probably have to cut that out as well, but I think that'll clean up. There's no plastic in this car at all. It's all metal. I don't know how it stayed as nice as it did when everything else went to pot with it, but I'm thankful that it did. The tires are no good. I'm going to have to get tires. I'm hoping I can find an upholstery shop that'll be reasonable to do these seats. If not, I'm going to get some material, and Claire and I are going to try it on our own for the first time ever to upholster the seats ourselves. We don't know how that's going to turn out. We may have to throw the seats off and out and find new seats. But all in all, I think it's solid. I think it's worth the investment. I know my Rambler, on the Rambler forum that's on the interwebs, they don't like small block Chevy engine swaps in Ramblers. They want them to stay pure Ramblers, but in this instance I can't do it. I can't find the motors that I need I can't find any parts for the existing motor. So it's going to be a small block Chevy. And quite frankly, guys, it's my car, not yours. I'll do what I want to with it. And I think a small block Chevy would make it an interesting little car. All we want to do is just drive it, take it to some car shows. And like I said before, maybe get to Sick Week, get up to Pigeon Forge Hot Rods, and take it on Power Tour. It's beginning to look like we're not going to make Power Tour this upcoming year. Still haven't given up on that. All the chrome's here, all of the decals are here. Every piece of chrome for this car I have. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to have to polish up some of the chrome. The bumpers, I think, are going to polish up with some steel wool, some SOS pads. I think they're going to come around. We may have an issue here, but that isn't anything a license plate's not going to take care of. That's what front license plates are made for, is to cover the rust in the middle of the bumper. But all the glass is intact. Everything's here. So I think it's a go. I think the project's going to be pretty cool. In fact, I have plans in the near future of teaching Miss Claire a few things about restoring a car and letting her actually handle some of this stuff herself. She's now rolling her eyes behind the camera. But I think it'd be kind of cool to cut a couple videos of Claire doing some restoration work. And she's a lot prettier than I am, so it'll be more pleasing to the eyes of those watching. So that's going to be about it for tonight. I try not to make these videos long because I just don't have enough content to make them long just yet. Once we get into the engine build and we get into the engine swap, there'll be more likely a little bit longer videos. But thank you for watching. Remember, Jesus loves you, and he died for you. Don't ever turn your back on that. God bless.